Okay, it should be streaming now. Man, I'm so sore. Okay, just making sure it's working. Sounds like it's good, so I'm just going to pause it there. Oops. Pause the chat. Cool. Went hiking yesterday, or the closest thing to hiking you can get in a place with no mountains. So, did a photo shoot just for the fun of it. A couple of buddies and myself. Oh, before I forget about it, the Shores of Ana Verde card set is on its last 50 minutes. So if you're interested in that stuff, go ahead and jump to the link. I think I put it on the. I don't think I put it on the YouTube page, but I put it on the Watch Me Work page. You can find it on the YouTube through. I put a video up. The promo video, I put it up there too. So if you're interested in that, go for that. Let's see. So today I was thinking to go ahead and try to make a background kind of scene for the Shores of Ana Verde art book, because I didn't make one of those yet. The background kind of wanted it to be something like this. And there's a little like town down here. And this is like the foresty area. There's like ships. There's trees, trees, trees. It's kind of a swamp area. Do something a little bit more about that. They're kind of built out of the rock structures that were laid down here. And I want to have maybe a little bit taller rock structure. Oh man, so Thursdays I'm usually up and at 'em at like, I'm supposed to be streaming at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, and it's like, you know, it's 5 hours, 6 hours almost after that right now. So I'm like, man, falling over here. Really kind of bums me out that I'm not able to get that right away. Kind of a differed sleep schedule now. I'm waking up way too late, but going to bed pretty late too. But whatever. No one really cares. Unless, of course, you just love to watch these streams. Then I suppose you would care a little bit. Nope. This is actually the reverse of what I wanted. I want it. Really should put this on a separate layer. Ooh. I'll put that there. Grab some of this. This way, just change up the opacity if it's too much. Let's try blurring that a little bit. So my main idea that I'm trying to hit with this is to just kind of give a brief, like, world feel, maybe, to the entire thing. So it's not like going to be a concrete set in stone, really boop, but it hopefully will give enough of a set so that people who want to use it for like the role-playing stuff can actually use it for the role-playing stuff. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to make this digital or not. So I don't know still if I want to keep this as a digital looking piece or if I want to try going over it with some traditional mediums again. So let's see, what's new? What's happening on this side of the world? The sun is out. Wow, that's great. Look outside and there's a big old bunch of sunshine. It's sparking right at me. It's so good. I am very happy about that because, my word, all of the lack of sunshine up until this point has been too draining for me. Thank you very much. Well, no, thank you. Do enjoy the sun. I enjoy the rain too, though. It's when it becomes too cold to even go outside. That's when it kind of becomes a problem. What would happen if I just didn't use lines at all? Well, I guess we'll see. I might try taking away this sketch cover, I suppose. I'd call it, maybe. And just kind of, yeah, put stuff on top, see how it goes. Nope. Put this here. Yeah, so hopefully this turns out okay. I'm still trying to get better with the background landscape stuff, but honestly, it's a bit hard because I'm not used to it. Wanted to try to add a bit more character to these landscape pieces because that's more interesting. Yeah, I think it's more interesting for everyone. Probably not just me. To have there'd be more character. I think I'm kind of using the same color palette that I did the other day right now with the hills right here and this little castle area. I'll try to add some clouds. A little bit more depth there. Good old blur. Not too much though. Just enough to be out of focus, I guess. Yeah, should be good here. A little more red. Boats down here. There we go. So far, so good. I'm really liking how the colors are turning out. Not sure about the form, but yeah, we'll get to it. Only going to be able to stream for about an hour, and then I got to take off again some more. But I figure that's better than nothing. So definitely going to give it a go. Just adding red. I like their houses. Yeah, just like that. So my thought is that it's probably going to be like a 2-page piece, if it's going to be in the art book. If the art book's going to be the way I think it is too. So let's see. Maybe I'll get rid of the lines now. Okay. If I was going to leave it like that, I think I would probably not. Just going to leave it like this. Probably doesn't have enough contrast, so I probably wouldn't try to leave it like that. Let's see. I can do a little bit more. Oops. So it looks like we're actually going to be heading off to Planet Comic Con this April for anyone who's interested or is going to that too. Something like Kansas City. My artist group and I are going to be going out there. Um, yeah, so that should be fun. It's a lot bigger than what we're usually used to, but that should be all the more fun, I think. I'm hoping to go and probably not to sell anything. Unfortunately, that means it's going to be a bit of a loss financial wise, but I'm hoping that it'll be a fun event, kind of get to go together kind of deal. I think the biggest one that I've been to so far has only had like 2,000 or 3,000 people. This one's going to have close to like 70,000. That's crazy. Oh my word. So I'm hoping, I'm expecting to be completely overwhelmed, but I'm hoping it'll be a pretty good time. It's one of the first bigger trips that I've gone on with this group, so thinking it'll turn out okay. Put a little clearing in there. Of course, you need like some docks. Get out to the boat. I don't know if my sense of scale is going to be working well, though. I hope so. Probably not going to be a very big town. Little houses out here, and then maybe a couple bigger buildings in the front. Pathway, I guess. Like a little market area. like a bit of a gate to separate the outside from the inside. Hoping this will give it a little bit of texture. I'm not sure if this is the same quality though, given the other one. The other guys, I had like a few hours put into them each, like 3 or 4 hours into each piece. I feel like lately I want to just go fast, and I don't want to finish them to the same quality standards, which isn't good. I don't like that as much. Like today, I definitely feel a little bit rushed. So I'll probably go ahead and just get this down as maybe a sketch, and then try to go over it again later. So, I don't know. I want to be able to have a certain level of skill that I can be like able to just create stuff off the bat without having to try out too hard, having to focus all too bad. I don't know, maybe that's, I just have to focus all the time. Cool. Until my brain gets used to it. I heard that was something like muscle memory isn't as much of a thing as brain memory, I guess. Like the paths that your brain uses to do that task become stronger, and it becomes easier and faster for you to do that stuff. So that's why practice is such a big thing, because then your brain's like, oh yeah, I'm used to this, and it has like a stronger connection on how to do that, and so you're able to do it faster. So it's like, learn it the best you can at first. Don't try to go too fast at the very beginning. But as you get going, you'll be able to do it just naturally faster. And I've been doing drawing for a while, so I guess I was kind of hoping that I wouldn't need to slow down all too much. Like, do things pretty fast. But it's that initial, like, can you do it at all? And then from that point, can you do it well? And then after you do it well for a long period of time, and you know how to do it well, like you have like the habit made, then you'll be able to just do it, no big deal. You have the know-how, you have the skill, you can do it. I don't know. Just stuff that I've read, stuff that I've heard. But it'd be cool. If that's the thing, that's awesome. But I'd still like to be able to focus in and create objects of value, something, a service of value, or hone my skills down that I'm able to create something that other people would like. I think that's the main goal with a lot of people. It's just mainly getting to that point, I think. Creating value. Like a lot of people lately have been asking me for critiques, which is awesome. I've been really focusing on trying to be able to see what could be better in a lot of stuff. and then how are you able to make that better, right? So like learning the basics to the point where you're able to see where in the fundamentals you're able to improve. So personally, I think that I'd still have some work on anatomy, form, a little bit of lighting, shading, all that jazz. Like I have a moderate level of skill in those things. Not the best, but I do okay. Like enough that people are like, "Oh, this is good. This is nice." I definitely see room for improvement, but that might also just be um, the artist curse. The the ability to be able to see where you are as an artist or as a person of a trade, and then seeing, oh yeah, if I did this or if I got better in this, my overall skill would be better. So like, I think that if I get better at things like my line work, wow, look at all this junk, then I would make it more interesting for people as a whole, as a whole. That doesn't count that. A lot of people say that they really like my color. So knowing the strengths too, like knowing, hey, I do okay with color combinations. This looks very fun. I like how it feels overall. Um, is there room for improvement? Of course there is. But where it is right now, I think that the color use, whoops, it's pretty nice. It's fun, enjoyable, pleasing to the eye of sorts. In the future, I'm hoping that with like the streaming and the YouTube stuff, I'd be able to create more videos, just like actual videos, not the streaming stuff. Um, because then I could actually plan some stuff and then get some post production put in. Like these are very spur of the moment, very much. I'm just going to go ahead and do it, which are wonderful because it's like you don't have to do much preparation. You don't have to let thoughts take over too much. You just go ahead and try it out, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and then you just do better the next time, or you keep practicing and you get better eventually. Right? So I think it works out pretty well, this streaming situation stuff. But I think it would be even cooler to be able to go ahead and make like videos that are actually had some more effort put into them. Right now, I would say that most of my streams, Thursdays, I haven't been as keen to get down because I don't really know what to do. So this was a kind of, oh yeah, I should be doing this to kind of push forward the rest of that card game. It's like it's finishing, the Kickstarter's just about done. If you like pop into the Kickstarter link, it should still be going as of right now, but it should be finishing up like within minutes. But yeah, I don't really have a main focus for Thursdays as much as Fridays. So Fridays ended up turning into a drawing Friday. Oh, excuse me. Where I just draw whatever. And that's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed that. It's kind of what I like to do on a regular basis, but I had not really found as much time as before to be able to do that, unfortunately. It's work and stuff. It has been nice to be able to try to get more into the field that I have trying to get a degree in and using that as the main source of income, and then doing this stuff as a side. So I know a lot of people haven't necessarily had that ability to be able to use their education. Goes in here to use their education outside of school. I don't know what a lot of people. I don't know. I don't know if it's just networking or if it's just the schools aren't giving them enough of an opportunity to be able to get enough experience for outside sources, or to get experience enough so that other sources like places want to hire people who are just getting out of school. Obviously, a lot of companies and such are trying to get the best that they can to support their own wants, their own agendas, I suppose. I don't know. That's probably a weird word to use for it. But they're all trying to support their own business, and the best way to do that is to get the best that they can to be able to make themselves look even better. So if you don't have that world class or that state class, region class level of proficiency, if you're not the top of the cream of the crop, then you're more likely not to get picked. You're not going to be picked unless there's a huge need for that set, right? So unless there's a huge need for that set, then you're less likely going to be picked unless you're really good. So I've heard that programmers, there's a large need for programmers yet. I don't know how accurate that is now that there's still people going through college and stuff. There's a lot of people going ahead and trying to do that, trying to get rid of that need. But specialists, the world's kind of coming down to a lot of specialists. Like, we need somebody who's very specific, has very specific knowledge in air tower control, or something like that. Versus somebody who's generally good at a lot of things, but not really good at everything. Has a general knowledge enough to be able to like get them into a field versus specialize in a field. So I don't know, creating value in all that, it's kind of a weird game. Same with like arts and stuff. A lot of people don't have use for artists. It seems a lot of people don't really get the idea of what they're doing when they're hiring artists. And I think that a lot of places don't really see the appeal in the hiring artists because it seems to be an unnecessary piece of business and such. But what art is, it's creating more culture than it is creating, like, I need somebody to create something that will be able to take this box and move it over there. That has a very specific purpose that we can physically see. Whereas art is like, well, it makes you feel good, right? Well, that's not needed then. No, that's not. What I've been finding with a lot of doing a bit of research into that is that, yeah, those artists are important for creating culture. The difference being whether to hire one artist over the other is what kind of a culture do you want to create around your product, around your company, around your environment that you're creating. You're creating an atmosphere with different sets of art or different sets of architecture that can make all the difference in what people get out of the product and stuff like that. So I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling. But I also feel like it's something that could be pretty interesting for people, because I don't think a lot of people talk about this kind of stuff as much. And unfortunately, I can't say that I have the grandest knowledge in all of these areas, but I do have a little bit just from like research and stuff, or just from talking to people. That's the kind of stuff I like to do. People are pretty great, but they're horrible at the same time. It's just finding those people that are great that makes it worth it. Somewhere along the way, I found surround yourself with the people that you'd like to be, or if you'd like to like grow from. If you see somebody succeeding in something, it's not that you should get mad at them for succeeding. It's awesome that they succeed. That means that there's the opportunity that you could succeed later in life too in that area, or that uh, you could maybe glean some knowledge off of that person, or maybe you can even just enjoy that person's, just celebrate with them for succeeding. Um, Surround yourself with the people that you'd like to be like, because the more that you're around them, the more that you're like them. So if you're hanging around with people who are successful, then you're probably going to be more successful. If you're going to hang around with people who are a stick in the mud, you're going to be a stick in the mud. So I try to keep it as a rule of thumb to be the person you'd like to be and hang around with the people that you'd like to be. Because if you're not hanging around with people that you'd like to be, then you're probably going to turn into somebody who you don't want to be. There we go. Rooftops, cool. Okay, there's a very general city. Um, I'd like to add some shadows maybe right in here. Oh, did I go to that one? A little bit of blur, because it's funny. Let's bring back the opacity. Alex, the crap. Bring that down a bit. Need some of that sharp line in there. Don't know if I like this section though. Let's try blurring a little bit more. Okay. Let's bring this back down here. Try to add some more of these lines back in. I think I kind of want this to be a little bit more of a crag, or a Craig. Craig? 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 Not sure. Go ahead and jump back over here, put this on. Just splash this over here. There we go. I like that movement there. I'm gonna have to finish up here pretty quick because I need to get going here. But if you drop by, thanks for dropping by. And I'm hoping to do this again tomorrow. I'll probably do it because I have more of an idea usually what I'm doing on Fridays than I do on Thursdays now. Thursdays used to be my card days, ones where I would like the days that I would kind of create the playing cards for the Shores of Manaverde. But now that that's done, I'm not quite sure what to do. So I need to get my second project going. But again, that's also kind of in the works. I'm still trying to write it. I'm trying to write it before I get too far into it. Some friends were kind of saying that it was looking a little too random, just going moment by moment. Like I would just kind of pick it up on Thursdays. I'm like, I'm just gonna do this, and then people are like, "Where are you going with it?" I don't know. I don't know. Like you should know what you're doing with it, so that you're not just making it random. Like, I've been trying to work on it recently, so hopefully I'll be able to get something going. The problem is that I write it in weird ways. I have an idea for a scene, so I write down the scene, but it's not necessarily the scene that I need for like that day. It's more like, oh, I know how the ending is, and so I write down the ending, and then I'm like, well, how do I get there? And I don't know how to get there. So maybe hopefully I'll be able to do that here pretty soon. I'll probably try to write some more tonight, try to get a better idea. I like how this looks right here. Probably try to add little micro details later. Just not sure yet, but it works better than just this flat, I think. I like this texture versus not having texture. Gotta figure out how to do that. But yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in, and hope to see you tomorrow. Cool. Bye.